Hello everybody and welcome to the Save Your Grades video on exploring Google Slides. This is produced in collaboration with Student Helpdesk. So let's start by looking up at the File tab. Google Slides is a lot like Google Docs and many of these functions up along the top, but as you can see it's got a new toolbar that we'll be exploring too. So first of all, the File section has the Share to, of course, share your presentation. New when you need to create a new Google Drive, whatever, from the slideshow. Open to open another Google Drive file. Import slides, which is a really cool feature that allows you to take slides from another slideshow and put them into your slideshow. Make a copy does exactly what it sounds like it does. It makes a copy. Download allows you to download it as a variety of different formats. Microsoft PowerPoint, ODP, PDF, plain text, JPEG, PNG, or scalable vector graphics. I would recommend either PDF or Microsoft PowerPoint, especially if printing, or using it in another application. Email as attachment is a feature that allows you to use Gmail to send your slide to someone. Make available offline is part of the Google Drive offline section because it basically saves the most recent Google Drive files to your computer so you can edit it offline. As you can see, I have it installed. It may be installed by default, but you'll have to check that. Back to the file section. Version history, which if, let's say, you deleted a bunch of your critical slides and then accidentally reloaded the page, meaning you couldn't undo that action. What you could do is you could use the version history to revert your entire slideshow to a previous version. All the versions are automatically saved, so there's no need to do anything like that. But I think it's a really cool feature that Google, I'm glad you added it. Rename is a feature that just allows you to rename your presentation. You can also do it up here, where you can just back down, move and move to trash. Both allow you to move it within your Google Drive folders. Like I use it in folders and stuff. You just click that and it'll move it around. Publish to the web. If you hit that, then it just shows anyone who wants to, let's say someone searched for a presentation about Google Slides on Google. They could find your slideshow if you publish it to the web. You can also embed it here if that's what you do. Next we have email collaborators, which if you add people to edit it, to edit your slideshow, you can email them just by using this button. Document details. This just shows you a couple details about your document. Language. Another cool feature that allows you to change it, like, let's say Espanol. And I'm not quite sure how this feature works, but it's good to know that it's here. Page setup is another very cool feature that allows you to change the exact size and stuff of your slides. So by default, it uses an aspect ratio. You can also change the aspect ratio, or you can set it to custom, where you can set it to inches, centimeters, points, or pixels. I think most people would use either inches or pixels. Centimeters if you're going metric, and I'm not quite sure what points are, but they're there. Now we get down to print settings and preview, which basically it's like printing it, but it allows you to do a little bit more with controlling how you print and stuff. Next, we move on to the Edit tab, where you can see a couple different functions. Undo and redo, which, like I said, work unless you reload, which in that case you'll want to use the version history. Cut, copy, and paste. Those are all your standard cut, copy, and paste. For those of you that don't know, cut is actually like highlighting a piece of text or an image, then copying it, and then deleting it. It's just a lot simpler with the Control X rather than the Control C, Control Backspace. Next we have paste without formatting, which, let's say I went to Google. Not what I meant to do. Let's say I went to Google Dictionary and ecology. So, let's say I liked this definition. I wanted to put it in my slideshow, but I didn't want to have to change all the font and text size and all that. I could paste it without formatting, and boom, it would be the default Arial 14. So that's available on all Google products, or Google Drive products. Very cool, in my opinion. Delete and duplicate are for, delete does what you'd expect it to. Let's say I highlighted this text box. Edit. Bear with me. Okay, delete does something. I think you might have to click on the slide and then delete it. Yeah. There's that. Duplicate is for duplicating slides, and select all allows you to select every single element on the current slide, including text box, images, all that stuff, and just either copy, cut, paste, whatever. Find and replace is honestly one of my favorite features. Let's say I were to accidentally miscite a bunch of my text, and I'll write the citing, and let's say I was so there we go. If there was actually a piece of text called example or test, and I hit replace, I said if I hit replace, boom, the history of Google Slides. So match case just allows you to make sure that if you had it like this, it wouldn't change the lowercase test. Replace is just replacing one. Replace all just replaces all, and you can cycle through all the instances with previous and next. View, this shows you how to present, which Google Slides. I do not have multiple slides. So this transforms from editing mode to presenting mode. Animations. This was discovered in 3rd grade by my class, but it allows you to make slides that are somewhat appealing. Like you can make them all fade. You can change the speed. Let's say I want the text box to come in after that. Fade in after previous. I'm not quite sure what this by paragraph box does. I don't do much with it. If I hit play, it would just act like it was presenting. It would fade in, and my text box would appear. So that's pretty cool. And now we have master, which is effectively a theme editor. Well, not quite a theme editor. Actually, yeah, it's safe to call it a theme editor. Basically, let's say you wanted you wanted to make a custom theme, and whenever you made I forget what this is called. You're gonna kill me. Okay, whatever. So, bullet notes, that's what they are. So let's say I wanted to change this so that whenever I created bullet notes, it would automatically change to size 10, double-spaced Arial, and black, and either black or gray. I can't tell. But yeah, master is really cool because you can create your own themes, which is something we'll get into. Grid view just allows you to see all your slides together. Did not mean to click that. Zoom just allows you to zoom in without messing up your entire configuration settings up here. Show ruler just shows rulers along the top and side. Guides, they're basically just lines. They're very useful for Google Drawings, not much else, honestly. Snap to, that's not exactly advanced, but it allows you to effectively make sure that everything is an equal distance apart. Show speaker notes. Speaker notes are this little box at the bottom that you can drag up or down, so that, let's say I was extending my screen onto a huge computer. Everyone had their computers open using a Google Slides question thing, which I'll show you. Then I could just have my speaker notes down here. Well, Ethan, if you're watching this, you know what I mean. Okay. Full screen, just full screen. Insert, this is all the normal stuff. Images, upload from computer. You can search the web, upload it from drives or Google Photos. URL, camera. Text box, it allows you to insert one of these blue boxes. Audio, now this is something new that, let's try this. It allows, maybe? It just allows you to insert a way to play audio. This was one of our H&C Creative Life episodes. So as you can see, that's a cool way to insert audio without having to go to a link. Video, I'm assuming, is the same thing. What about this one? So I can't quite do that, but again, these are actually very new and pretty cool. Shape just allows you to insert shapes and move them around, twist them, do what you do with them. Table allows you to insert rows and columns that can be extended and stuff. This can also be seen on Google Sheets, which we have an upcoming episode about. Chart. This is actually a very cool piece of Google technology that allows you to take a spreadsheet and just create a chart from it. So let's say I wanted to create a line chart. It would create a chart for me, and I could right click and up here, linked chart options, open source. And here I would have my data that I could edit or add. So like, just hold on. Yeah, this is the chart editor in Google Sheets, which we'll be going into. I don't know if I'm doing that correctly. Anyway, that's that. Insert diagram. Another very cool piece of Google technology. It's basically like inserting a chart, but just has different stuff. This is one of my favorites. It just inserts the entire template for you. You can edit it, all that stuff. Change the amount of steps, change the color. Oh, that's very cool.
Sorry, what device?
Alexa, I didn't ask you.
Sorry, what device?
Alexa, respectfully, be quiet. Okay. Word art. It just makes big text. You can change. This is nothing that couldn't be done with a text box, honestly. If you want better word art, in my opinion, I'd recommend looking up something on Google. I'm not going to recommend any sources, and I'm not responsible for any viruses or anything you may download, but Google Slides just doesn't have that ability. Line. Again, this is another feature that's mostly used in Google Drawings, but just allows you to insert a line. There we go. Special characters. That needs a text box to work. Now, this has a lot of special characters, like, I don't know what all these are. You can draw it if you don't know what it is. And look at all the different H's. It just searches so many different characters that you can use for different things. They might be ASCII characters. Yeah, I don't think they are ASCII characters. Anyway, animation. This just opens the animation dialog again. Link, another text box thing. It can also be opened with a control K. I'll show you that in another episode. Comment allows you to just put a comment. You can also right click or use Control-Alt-M. New slide. Just adds another slide. Slide numbers. It puts numbers on the side, I think. It puts numbers in the bottom right. But yeah, it does so automatically, so that's nice. Placeholder. I'm not quite sure what that does. It appears to be something. Well, it just adds a placeholder. Now onto the Format tab. We can see text, where we can do all superscript, subscript, size, color, highlight color, capitalization, all that stuff. Aligns, indent, left, center, and right are probably going to be the things you use most. Decreasing and increasing indent, which is useful for layered charts or whatever they're called. Like, I were to do this and then tab over, see how it changes. And all of them do things like this, as you can see. Next we have line spacing, which just is the number of space. It's the amount of space between lines. 1.15 is default. Teachers like us to use double. Bullets and numbering. This is the list I was showing you. Table, again, the table option up here. Clear formatting. I'm pretty sure just clears the formatting. I keep going to the Insert tab. Borders and lines. This just puts it around the text box. Like, I can change to have a red border. There we go, red border. All those do that. Border weight, border type, dash, decorations. We might have to zoom in to see some of the changes. But, image, I think just inserts. I'm not quite sure what image does. Oh well. Slide, new, duplicate, delete, skip, all that stuff. Changing the background, which is, you can change it to a solid color, to a picture. All that's very nice. Applying layouts. Background and layout and transition can be found up here. We'll also look at theme in a moment. But layout just allows you to change the layout of the slide. However, there's a bunch of default / pre-built ones already, including a title, section header, title and body, big number, and blank that I use a lot. Changing transition, again, transition, master, which was the thing we saw, and theme. I think it's about time we got into theme. So aside from finding it at the bottom of the slide menu, you can also find it up here. And it just includes a bunch of pre-built themes that changes how slides look. Like, let's say I were to create a new one using this theme. It has that little icon there now. And as you can see, the layout has changed to match the theme. You can also import themes, or like I said, create your own using the master option. Arranging, that's more something for Google Drawings, but it's very good if you want to lay pictures over each other, center on page, that rotate. Most of the stuff you can do by dragging it around, including rotating it. So there's that. This is just from a menu. Grouping and ungrouping allows you to highlight multiple boxes, and then hold up. Not sure what's going on there, but tools is the next tab. Spelling, of course, has all the spelling. You can spell check your entire slideshow. Underline arrows is a checkbox that just if you misspelled something, it's already underlined. And personal dictionary just allows you to see your own dictionary of words that you've marked as not spelled incorrectly. They're spelled correctly. Yeah. Explore allows you to take topics in the slide. Like, let's say I put Trump down. And then explored it. It'll take your entire doc and just look around for themes that might work. On Google Docs, this automatically searches for stuff that you've put on your slide. You can search your entire document. Here's the web. It's basically a built-in web browser, so it's very good for large screens. Linked objects. Remember how I put that chart in earlier? If it was still in, it would be linked here, and it would just show that, hey, these two are connected, and you can go to it by clicking on this button. Dictionary, again, shows you your spelling dictionary. Q&A history is something that we'll get into, but it's just the history of the Q&A. Voice type speaker notes. Hello. This is an episode of Save Your Grades. See? Voice typed. This voice typing feature is available on all Google products, I think. And you can search for it in the help menu, because I'm not sure exactly where it is. But script editor is basically for coding certain events and stuff to happen within your slides. So unless you know a coding language, and I'm pretty sure that it doesn't accept most coding languages, like, I'll just show you. Basically allows you to build a macro. As you can see, the font and everything's even slightly different. Run functions, debug, publish, web app, slides add-on, which is cool. If I can create a new one, it only project, script file, or HTML file. Very limited. Next we have preferences, which automatically replacing things. Contacts, detect lists, links, smart quotes. All that. And also, if you right-click on a misspelled word and hit always set or always change to, then that adds it in the preferences. Accessibility settings, screen reader support, magnifier support, all that's already built into Chrome OS if that's what you do. And now we move on to add-ons. You can document your add-ons, get add-ons or manage them. I don't have any, as you can see, but they can add special features to Google Slides, like music notation, accents, accessibility checker. Let's check out this Pear Deck. Interactive. It adds interactive questions to engage students. You can present with it. And up here you can check out its Google Store page. So help is the very big, my favorite menu. You can get help for Google Slides just by clicking on this, and then you can search it, and if not, you can visit the help forum. Training, which I think it just trains you to, if you ever need help, like shortcuts, productivity guides for G Suite, all that, switching from Microsoft. Now we have updates, which I think it shows an update log. Yeah, all of that. Reporting a problem or abuse / copyright. Keyboard shortcuts as well. Up here you can see the version history again. Now, as we move to the right, we can see comment history, present, which I showed you, and all. And over here we can see presenter view, presenting from the beginning, and present on another screen. So presenter view is a feature I talked about with the Q&A, which basically allows you to have your laptop open and you're presenting on another screen and everyone else has their laptop open to a certain link. Now, that link will allow them to ask questions and possibly ask questions anonymously, and those will pop up on your computer for you to answer. So, it's not something we use in school, but I think it would be very good for a presentation or a lecture. Present from the beginning. Just, let's say if I was on slide 3, it would present from slide 1. And present on another screen basically just allows you to extend your screen. So your slideshow is up on, let's say, your Chromecast stick, and your laptop is off to the side looking at other stuff without interrupting that. So real quick, I'm going to show you presenter view. It has this open. I'm not sure what that is. But let's say if I presented on another screen, then I would only see this. Has a timer, audience tools, so people can go to this link and ask a question. You can turn accepting questions and all that on and off. There we go. You can ask a question, like I said, ask anonymously. Let's say I were to say, people can vote it up or down, and I would see it over here, and then you could present that so that everyone sees that question and who asked it. So I find that to be a cool feature. We have Share, which, like all the other Google products, allows you to share it with collaborators, turn on link sharing, all that. This is just your account up here. These are Google product integrations. You can access your Google Calendar, your Google Keep List, and your Google Tasks. Google Tasks is actually a very little known sort of Google product. It only recently got rebooted, and the app is available on iOS. Personally, I really like Google Keep. Helps. It's all about notes, and it can include reminders and all that. But I find it to be very cool. Um, new slide. New slide with, you can change the layout, printing, undo and redo, painting format, which just allows you to change the format of a bunch of different slides at the same time. Zoom, line, comment, all that stuff. But yeah, this has been the Save Your Grades episode on exploring Google Slides, and I thank you for watching.